today I have another Plan With Me video for the month of April. It's one of the last weeks in the month and I just received my Studio Calico April planner kit. It's called Film Club, and so I'm going to be using a lot of pieces from that in the spread. But first I'm just using this checklist stamp, which I also got from Studio Calico, with a gray pigment ink pad. And I'm just stamping this on every day and also in the notes section at the top. I've been trying to be more thoughtful about my to-dos for the week and the day, so I was inspired by Miss Trenchcoat and Ollie for Channel, linked below, but she suggests doing a weekly top 5, which is what I have at the top in the notes section, and that's going to be 5 projects that you want to get done in the week. And then for each day, doing a top 3 tasks that you want to get done for the day. And I've found that by separating it into specific tasks for the day, I get more done. And it kind of makes it a little less overwhelming, and yet you can still kind of see the big picture projects at the top of the week. And here I'm just putting in these little stickers that were from the planner kit to spell out May, because it's the 1st of May on Sunday. And you may have noticed the other boxes on the pages, and those are actually to track my Camp NaNoWriMo word count. If you're curious what that is, I'll leave a link below as well. But I went ahead and stamped those on every day this month, just to kind of keep that part consistent, and then I'll go in and mark the specific numbers as I'm doing right now with these Lawn Fawn Alpha stamps. I'm just using the numbers and then a K to signify thousands. So basically my goal was to write 1,000 words a day, to add 1,000 words a day to my work in progress. And so the math is pretty easy. On the 25th, my goal is to reach 25K, and then 26 and 27 and so on. And so I'm stamping that with a yellow ink pad from Studio Calico, and it's also a pigment ink. So that means it's not going to bleed through, even though the yellow is probably light enough that it wouldn't bleed through anyway. I wanted to use this color. And I went ahead and stamped the 2 and the K on every page to kind of speed up the process, and so that I wouldn't have to wash the stamp every time. And then you'll see me just going in with the individual numbers, so the 6, 7, 8, and 9. And some weeks this month I just wrote it in, and some weeks I stamped it. Just kind of depending on what I felt like. But I really liked this yellow color, and it's the last week, so it's kind of exciting to mark these off. And I've also found that by leaving this space in my planner, I'm much more likely to actually reach my word count, because I want to record it and be able to look back and see my word counts for each day. And then the next thing I'm doing is just using a couple of these icon stickers. And so I'm marking the last day of camp. And then I'm also going to mark the 25K day with there's a little pen, and I was kind of saving it for this last week, which is kind of silly, but I was really excited that there's a cute little pen this month, as I am writing quite a bit. And so the next thing I'm going to do is use these alpha stamps. They're also from Studio Calico. And I'm using these to spell out top 5, to mark that top 5 projects section at the top. I wanted this spread to be pretty simple. I've been, like I said, trying to use my planner much more thoughtfully and in a more productive and functional way instead of decorative. Of course, I still love to decorate, but I want to make sure that those functional elements are in there first, and then, you know, this top 5 is kind of a way to draw attention to it and to brighten it up, and also add kind of a graphic bold element to the top. And you'll see me cleaning off my stamps and putting them back as I go. That's something I like to do to just make cleanup easier and to keep everything organized. And now I'm using these stamps. Oh, just kidding. I'm going to go in with these hydration tracker washi strips first. And these also came in the kit. And I've actually never really used a hydration tracker stamp or stickers before, but I wanted to kind of get into the habit of it, and luckily these washi strips came in the kit, so they're perfect to just quickly put on there. And I kind of also like the pattern that they add to from a visual standpoint. And then I'm using these stamps that came in the kit, and they're these little boxes and icons. And I'm going to be using these to mark out the TV shows that I want to watch or record on each day. I've said this in a previous video, but I like to do it, you know, to remind myself that, oh, this is on, so I don't work straight through the night, but also to look back on and see what I was watching at the time. And yeah, maybe it's gone off the air and it's fun to remember, oh, that was something that I used to watch with my mom or my family or whatever. And I'm using this glass slipper ink pad. It's also a pigment. And it creates this really subtle blue box. And then I'm going to do the icons in this bright coral red so that they kind of pop a little bit. And this whole color scheme is kind of inspired by the kit, which is something I love about having a planner kit, is that it kind of takes the guesswork out of the color. And so I just kind of use what's in the kit or look at what I have that goes with it, and then I don't have to worry about things kind of going together. It's just already there. And then I'm stamping this one with gray for an appointment, and I'm using the icon that says AM. There's an AM, PM, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so there's lots of different choices. And then I'm also just doing this in the coral red color. And then at this point, I kind of have the basics done. And before I write anything in with a pen, I kind of want to finish adding in maybe some of the smaller to-dos or the specific things that have to be done on a certain day. So I'm going to use these little heart stickers that came in the kit as well to mark different events and projects that I know are going to be on a certain day, so that I can fill in the top 3 tasks, kind of day to day. And so with these little pink heart stickers, I'm marking the different Twitter chats. And so there's one on Wednesday and 2 on Sunday that I like to participate in. And then I'm going to use this little envelope stamp, which I love to use to mark the day that my newsletter goes out for my blog. Of course, it's not an actual letter in an envelope that's sent through the mail, but I think that's the cutest way to mark it in my planner. And then I'm just adding a few more of these little hearts. And you can see sometimes that tool is helpful, sometimes it's not. These stickers, again, are so tiny that kind of however you can get them to line up is the best way to do it. And I kind of switch back and forth between using my fingers and using that tool. And then I'm also going to use these stickers to mark out, like I said, the to-dos. So because I am sending out my newsletter on Saturday, I want to remember to actually write it and get it scheduled on Friday. And then also on Saturday, I want to I want to make sure to record my monthly stats and do a monthly reflection, and so that's what that extra heart is for. And then I'm just using my new favorite pens, and I'll leave a link to them below, but they're kind of these gray tone brush tip, but they're not too soft, so they create a really nice effect with my handwriting, or at least I think so. And they're not black and they don't bleed through the pages, which is awesome. They do smear a little bit, and you'll see that I smear this a little bit as I'm writing, which is kind of disappointing, but it happens. I move on. And so yeah, I'm just filling in the TV shows and the to-dos that I have. And that's pretty much it. And oh, that was where my camera battery died, so that's what that little pause is for, kind of as I'm finishing up. And then you'll see me marking in the Twitter chats, and I kind of switched between the light gray and the dark gray just for a little variation. I like both of the colors, and so it's fun to just switch it up even though they are both gray. And then I just switched these pages around to write so I wasn't smudging the right page, but I'm filling in the top 5 section with the things I know I want to get done next week. I'll probably fill more of these in on Sunday or Monday, but I already know that my writing goals are going to be really important, and my May editorial calendar is going to be important, and then also working on my author platform, which has kind of been a running to-do, and you'll see me add that in. So yeah, as you can see, I'm filling in some things and I'm leaving some things blank, which is, I think, part of making it functional and decorative. Is kind of finding that balance and not pre-planning everything to the point where you can't kind of switch things around or decide day to day what your priorities are. And so yeah, I've just been trying to kind of find that balance between pre-planning and leaving things open. And it's been working pretty well for me lately, and I'm kind of still tweaking my system and figuring out, what's best for my planner and for me. But that's all part of the process, and personally, I think that's part of the fun. And so you'll see me putting it back into my planner now. And I love the way that this kit looks with my planner itself and with the dividers and everything. And you'll see me kind of searching around for a planner clip. And it says planners are a girl's best friend, which I think is totally true. And that's pretty much it for this planner spread. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that it inspires you in some way to make your planner a little bit prettier, maybe a little bit more functional, whatever you're kind of looking for. Remember to make it work for you, and that's the most important thing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.